Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the Capital One Orange Bowl, part of the college football playoff. We'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Team out there ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, with good coverage that time. Look here, let's see if they bring the house. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. First play taken, a deep shot. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
How about this? These guys aren't wasting any time. They told us in our production meeting that they were going to be aggressive, take some shots downfield, but I didn't know they'd open the game like this, especially in a playoff, this much on the line.
They go with the ground game, and running back takes the handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Big moment early in this playoff game. They face a third down on the opening drive. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Throws it to the right. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but the pick will set the offense at the 35.
Boy, this is why I love this defense so much. So opportunistic. We've seen it all year, and now we see it right here. Big interception. They set their offense up in great field position here on their first possession.
Outstanding field position in this drive. First down. They're going to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. He can go. Across midfield. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Returner looking to create better field position. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Pressure is coming. He's hit just before the throw. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Important second down play coming up. They're going to run it. That gets the carry. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Go all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards.
Deep shot caught inside the 25. They finally make the tackle, but he gets all the way to the 14.
Boy, that's got to be a breakdown in coverage or a missed assignment. There's no way that a receiver should be that wide open.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. On the move now. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. A much-needed counterpunch delivered. But they were backed up to start the drive. With some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. He's tackled at the 34 after a decent kick return there. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. The short completion to the tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. The Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Running back grabs it on the screen. They stop it at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. No huddle here for the offense.
Well, we've seen them do this in the past. A good throw, get the first, and here comes the tempo.
First down, looking for more now. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Tried to punch the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's an incompletion here. And I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Pass incomplete, very nearly intercepted that time.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series, almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. The pocket breaking down. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a fourth down decision coming up. The shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And he goes nowhere. Stop pull behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Now the offense facing a third and long from their own 41. gun now on third down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Change the pre-snap look now. Trying for a fourth down completion. Lets it go quickly. Can't connect downfield. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by a bunch, I get. But you've got time. Way too early in this game to go for it on fourth and a mile.
Play action here on first down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Gets out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
It's a shotgun run call. Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Out over the middle.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. It's a quick grab. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. Empty backfield, offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Everybody knows how hard it is to run the ball when you're this close to your own goal line. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to try to run the ball to get it away from the shadow of that goal line. But you got to do a better job than that. They're a yard away.
That's a safety for the defense.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Breaks into the clear. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Of all the receivers to lose track of, it's this guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country. Lucky that wasn't the score.
Screen to the wide receiver. Breaks loose at the 40. He's in the clear. They finally stop him. It's a huge gain down to the 23. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Moves out of the pocket. Just flings it out of bounds, and the pass rush closing in.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
The Ducks will crank up the tempo. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Runs out of bounds near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there.
Oh, so disappointing for this defense. They had the advantage. Good coverage all over the field. It's 3rd down, but they let the quarterback get away, scramble, and pick up the 1st down. Now it's 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll run the option. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
The hammer. 2nd down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
Extra point puts him up 9 now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Perez. Returner tackle right there. That's when we'll start the drive. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. Nowhere to run up the middle.
This defense continues to just be physical into line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? He's running out of time here. That'll be a safety.
And that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. It should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. The offense trying to cash in on the field position after the defense created that safety. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Defense is coming after him. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Well, LSU for years has played a one-gap defense that loves to pin their ears and get upfield. It's a risky defense, and it requires great athleticism on the defensive line, something that they've had forever. Great sack here to keep that tradition alive. But you think back over the years, Booger McFarland and Marcus Spears and Glenn Dorsey and off the edge, Kiki Mingo. Just so many great LSU defensive linemen that can get after that quarterback.
The Ducks have 1st and 10 here. Looking for a man. Screen to the receiver in the flat. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on. What an opportunity to score there. Instead, incomplete and 3rd down. Now it's 3rd and long for this offense. Football right at midfield. Back to throw again. The Pass rush closing in. It's a fumble. Ball scooped up by the defense. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Short completion there, 2nd down coming up. And he'll set up to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw it on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Here's the 2nd down play. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He escapes the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. He makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Avoiding the pressure, moving out to the right. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
God, I love to see a quarterback willing to put his life on the line for his teammates. What a job here of picking up the 1st down, taking that big hit, and going right back to the huddle. You can see his teammates patting him on the back.
Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here, trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Hey, guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Caught by the receiver. Oh, he fumbles. The ball bounces out of bounds, so the offense will hold on to possession.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. They're going to run it. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. A play action looking to throw. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Just standing there, gets hit again. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
He'll field the punt. It's a foot race. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So they'll start this drive with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's a deep shot to the right. And it's picked off in the end zone. Could take it all the way. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
That incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 26. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. And the receiver's got it. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid game. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Gets into space at the 50. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got it. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time running down, just 1 play left here in the half. Defense bunching at the line, showing blitz. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their 3rd and final of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And the lead remains at 4 after the miss. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to get us going in the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Looking for a fast start, trying to take control of the game here in the 3rd quarter. On the move now. Extending the play now. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Nice grab. It's Hodges. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, this is the risk you take when you play man-to-man coverage and you leave a linebacker on a running back. The quarterback does a nice job of seeing that mismatch and getting the ball to the back for some good yards.
Makes the catch downfield. They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and get it right on first down, and I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for a receiver deep middle. To try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Catch made on the right side. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. No surprise, offense going for it on fourth down. Looking to chuck it again. Bringing pressure. The receiver makes the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on fourth down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Moves out of the pocket. He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He escapes the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. And that will give them the lead now. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
PAT puts them up 3. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. 3rd and long. He'll try to pass it again from his own end zone. A deep shot to the right. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
The offense doesn't come up with the completion here, Chris, and I think it gives you an indication of what they think they can do here in the second half of this playoff game.
He takes it at the 40. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The passing game is so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. The quarterback making some changes at the line. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense. 1st and goal from the 10.
Boy, nice job by the receiver of selling this route to the outside. Created enough space back to the inside. And there's the timing again between the quarterback and the receiver, giving him a chance to come up with some yards.
The offense threatening now. 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pressure is coming. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
I love to see this by this quarterback. And instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off. Reminds this defense what he can do with his legs and almost took it to the house.
When they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
But you lose the battle to line of scrimmage here on 2nd down to bring up this 3rd down. Now as a play caller, you really got to be thinking about pass pro and giving this quarterback a chance to throw the football to get this into the end zone.
Launching one to the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
Boy, he just missed another one, Chris. That would have been touchdown number 4 for this quarterback. Still, what a performance we've seen from this guy today, and he's not done yet.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, this is a great play by the receiver coming up with this touchdown. But let's go back to the beginning of this play. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He got the ball out of his hands quickly to get that receiver the football to give him a chance to put the touchdown on the board.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. On 1st down, it's play action. Fires it on the move. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Boy, what a call here by the offensive coordinator. Dialed it up perfectly. The play looked like it had a chance for a big gain. Unfortunately, the quarterback off on the accuracy, put that ball too far out in front of the receiver.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's wide open. Look out. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Offense comes up on 1st down with new life thanks to that holding penalty on 3rd down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Taking a shot deep down the right side. Pass caught. Can he get in? The be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. The Ducks will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Ducks! This offense really clicking.
As a defensive coordinator, you got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Gets across the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the move now. Under pressure, just lets it go. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. Second down play now coming up.
We finally see a change-up from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Looking to scramble. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work.
Oh, no, trap him back there. A fourth down stop and a sack, no less.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
First down, looking to throw the football. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen and not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. Sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets while we have a chance. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. It's complete on the crossing route. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
The Ducks lining up here on first and 10. The shotgun running play called. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Interesting call here, Chris, with a screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush. But give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to...
Touchdown, Oregon! The quarterback takes it in himself.
You just love to see this when the game is on the line. This offensive line does a great job of executing up front, giving this back just enough room to be able to get into the end zone and give them the lead.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. They got him again. He's like a statue back there.
And the first play of this drive is a big sack for this defense. These are exactly the kind of plays that can kill a drive before you even get to third down. You cannot...
He's going for a big play downfield. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. Finally brought down after an explosive play for this offense. Big gain.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time they hit it for a big gain.
It's another deep shot. He's picked for a third time tonight. Breaks into the open. They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Well, they tried to take the top off the secondary there with the 4 verts, but the defense was ready for it. Now, they're going to have to force a quick 3 and out if they want to get the ball back.
They got him down out near the 40.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make sure they break completely.
They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Tackle is made, and it's good for a first down to the 47.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Grinding away with the running game. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Looking to pass this time. A deep shot to the left side. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. It's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's going to take off here. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Well, it's 2nd down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about about this quarterback. Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They get a real shot here now on third down.
Pass ball is incomplete, but there's a flag. Will it keep the drive alive? The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Moves out of the pocket. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job of the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the run here. Lets it go. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense. Vincent Porter looking to bring some pressure. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking deep down the left side. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. He escapes the pocket. And it's intercepted on a desperation throw here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency. Going to come up with a miracle late here. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Any hopes of staying alive in the playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He's swarmed by the defense. Well, hurry to the line here with the clock running. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. On the move now. Took contact on the throw. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Getting set. Here's second down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Got the first down and still motoring. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. Solid run. Good for first down yardage. Leaning on the run game here late. Oh, what a move.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Wants to throw it. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And the Ducks will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to flip the field here. It's a low punt. Won't travel very far. No fair catch. He feels the punt. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And now the first play of this drive. They'll begin at the 36. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering, where was that earlier in this football game?
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Receiver makes the grab and heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well,
and the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Oh, he can't connect with the wideout that time. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But, man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for 6. Touchdown, LSU. Great catch when they desperately needed it.
I'll tell you what, Chris, with this touchdown, never say never. You know, we're under 15 seconds to go, but with that touchdown, at least you're giving yourself a chance with the onside.
And they've got him behind the line. There is a penalty marker, but if it's on the offense, it'll be a change of possession. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, and the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't, and this could wrap up the ball game.
They test the middle to get stuffed. That one goes nowhere. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Second down, we're going to throw it. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Oh, and that's another touchdown for this offense. They continue to go out there and battle. I want to see what this handshake's going to be like after the game. I don't know how the opposing coach feels about this late score.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused.